This is how I invested my money in my early 20s/late teens, so that right now at the age of 23, I can live a life that most men dream of. So let's get straight into it, no fucking around. Usually in your late teens to early 20s, you have some sort of job or something, some sort of income, or at least a little bit of savings. And if you don't have income or savings at that age, then get off the fucking PlayStation, go do something. I think when I started, I had around 10 to 20K in savings, and I had a pretty decent job for my age. I was earning decent money, and that was a consistent income coming in. So to start, you have your income slash savings. If you're at the starting stage where maybe you have 10 to 20K saved up, you have like a lower level job that you're working that's bringing you some form of consistent income, you don't want to go investing in crypto and stocks and shit like that, because investing 20K in the markets is not going to make you rich. So we're going to use this income and savings for something else. It is you. Very well drawn stick man with a disconnected torso. So if you're in your late teens or your early 20s and you're thinking about getting started in business, the number one thing you can invest your income and savings into is yourself and building your skill set. Because no one ever got rich having no skill set. So at this starting stage in my life, I was living well within my means. I wasn't spending a lot of money on big experiences or material goods or up in the club or anything like that. I was buying my groceries. I was cooking for myself as much as I could. And that was so that I could have money to use on learning. I figured out that if I wanted to get the knowledge to run a successful business, I could do one of two things. So number one, I could go the free route. So I could go on the internet and consume as much free content as I could about whatever it was that I wanted to learn, whatever skill set that I wanted to acquire. I could go out there, and there's tons and tons. People release tons of value on different skills and learning free skills out there, especially on YouTube. Like, you have the internet, you can learn pretty much anything nowadays. So you could go the free route, or the second option, paid. So I could pay someone with verified results to learn the skill that I want to learn. And then I could have them and their community as a place where I can go and ask questions and probably avoid a lot of mistakes along the way. There's pros and cons to each way. Both still lead back to you gaining more knowledge. But I'm an impatient person. I wanted to learn the skill as quick as possible, and I wanted to avoid as many mistakes as I could. So I opted for over here, the paid route. So I went up to these savings that I had, and I used those savings to go the paid route and pay to learn a skill, essentially. The very first skill that I learned was sales. Sales is like the universal business skill that every business needs. You can't have a business if you don't know how to sell whatever it is that you're selling, a product, a service, etc. So sales was the first thing that I opted for, and that's probably the first thing I would recommend to anyone that's looking to get into business, is to start with learning sales. I already had a little bit of experience in sales, but I still went and paid for a course from someone that in my eyes, had verifiable receipts. And I spent my spare time learning that first skill. And I put a lot of time and effort into learning it properly. And once I felt I was proficient enough in that first skill, which for me was sales, and in this case of sales, I went and got placed on an offer as a closer. I learned that way. What better way to learn than to actually do? Then, after my skill set was broadened, after I felt like I had learned that first skill enough, I then went and found the next person that I could pay to learn a skill that I wanted to learn. So I went after, and I found the second skill that I wanted to learn. And I did the same thing. I just kept going. I knew that these skills I was learning were going to make me more money than the 3 to 4K I was spending to learn each one. Over the course of my life, I knew that as long as you pick good skills, those skills are going to make you far more money than the few K that you spend on learning and picking up each one. So once you've picked up a few skills, and you can do it simultaneously, once you have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 decent skills or areas that you're quite good at, I think the next best thing that you can invest your money to, especially as young 20s, late teens, is into your network. Having a valuable network these days is easily one of the most important things you can do. And it's very easy with the internet to go and join groups and find groups of like-minded men that may be on the same journey. Your network provides you 3 main things. So you don't want to join a network before you have skills, in my opinion. And the reason I put the skills first, you want to invest in the skills first, is because when you join a network, there's value exchanges going on in that network. If you don't have any skills and you're coming in just to basically leech, then you're not going to do that well in that network. People aren't going to respect you. People aren't going to see you as having some value to give them. You know, you don't have any knowledge or skills or anything to contribute to that network. So that's what I did after acquiring some skills. Is the next step that I went on to. I still wasn't, investing and doing stuff like that yet because I hadn't made enough money. Networks provide you with three main things. Opportunities, number one. So opportunities to showcase the skills, use the skills that you've learned in people's businesses to help people find clients, stuff like that. So you can use those opportunities within that network to actually make money. You can use those opportunities to start businesses with people inside of that network. So that's why you got to have the skills before you join. Another thing networks give you are friends. Lots of friends in different places around the world, especially those global networks. So having friends around the world never hurts. Also, you will often find a lot of men in these networks, you actually bond quite well with them because they have similar mindsets, they have similar worldviews. And you go and you meet these people in real life and you find you get along with them. That's what we did. That's how the crew came to be. I already knew Jonah from much younger. Arkash and Stephen I met through a network. I met through a friend of a friend, and then we all connected up together, and now we form the crew. Now we dominate multiple areas of life simultaneously because we have a team. We have men that are proficient in different skills, men that are proficient in different areas of life, and we all share that third thing, information. So information is the third thing you get when joining a network. Men inside networks, especially networks that cost a lot to join, they know more shit than you do. Maybe about a different topic, yeah, fine. But you want that. You want more information. The more information you have, the more access to high quality information you have, the more money you're going to make, the more connections you're going to make, the better you are going to be at the three things that matter in life for a man, in my opinion: wealth, health, and relationships. And that info can be life-changing, especially coming from men that have already done it, men that are older, men that have, if you're in your early 20s, late teens, men that are older have been through more shit than you. They know more about the world. They know more about people. And they can transfer information that may take you years to learn in seconds or in minutes via conversation, via in-person chat, by going to dinner with these people. So network is definitely one of the best things to invest in after you've learned some skills. So that's been what to invest in your late teens / early 20s if you want to live a life of abundance and you want to live a life that most people can only dream of. Thanks for watching.